Hi, Fancher Creek students. This is Ms. Cha again. Today we will still continue to work on commas. The difference is that today we will concentrate on commas in dialogue. Dialogue is basically conversations between characters in a story. We often use dialogue when we are writing creative narratives or stories. When using dialogue, we need to make sure that we use a comma to separate the tag, which is the speaker and how they're talking, from what the speaker is actually saying. In our examples below, the tags are underlined for us to help us. In our first set of examples, we have the tag in the front. Mrs. Yang said, I love to eat different types of spicy food. In this case, the, the tag is Mrs. Yang said, so you need a comma after the word said to separate the tag from what is coming out of Mrs. Yang's mouth. Mary whispered, I miss my mommy and just want to go home. In this sentence, our tag is Mary whispered, so you need a comma after the whispered to separate the two different parts. Our next examples have a tag in the back. I'm going over to Chloe's house, Elena said to her mom. In this sentence, our tag is Elena said to her mom. So we need a comma after the word house before the end quotation mark right there. I think that dogs make the cutest pets ever, said Denise. Our tag here is said Denise. We need a comma after the word ever before the end quotation marks. Our last example are the hardest sentences with tags. This is the tag in the middle. Cameron said, Mrs. Nesbit, please go to the office to get a packet from Miss Parker for me. In this sentence, our tag is said Mrs. Nesbit, so you need a comma right after Cameron to separate said Mrs. Nesbit from the rest of the sentence, and you need a comma after Mrs. Nesbit. The last example, oh my gosh, cried Arya, that is the most gorgeous dress I've ever seen. In this sentence, our tag is cried Arya. You need a comma after the word gosh right before the end quotation mark, and since it already has a period at the end, because that's the complete sentence, then that's all you would need. Now we're going to do some practice with commas in dialogue. After each practice sentence comes up, I want you to pause the video and think about what the tag is and where you will put your comma. Here's our example number 1. My big brother loves to play basketball every day, said Teddy. Which part of the sentence is your tag? If you said your answer was, said Teddy, you are correct. The tag is said Teddy, so you will need a comma after the word day right before the end quotation marks to separate the two parts. Practice sentence number 2. Alfonso hollered, my best friend is coming for a sleepover today. Which part of the sentence is your tag? Alfonso hollered is your tag. You will need a comma after the word hollered to separate the two parts. Practice number 3. Brody cried, I don't feel like doing my homework at all. Which part of this sentence is your tag? If you said Brody cried was your tag, you are correct. You will need a comma after the word cried to separate the two parts. Number 4. Jaden wondered, why is there no one online playing Roblox this afternoon? Where is your tag and where would you put your comma? Your tag is Jaden wondered, so you will need your comma after the word wondered to separate the tag from the rest of the sentence. The next couple of practice sentences are a little bit more complex. You will need to think carefully about where your tag is and where you would need to put your comma or commas. Practice number 5. I can't believe, said Carissa, that we are not going back to school until May. What part of the sentence is your tag? Your tag is, said Carissa. You will need a comma after the word believe in front of the end quotation mark and a comma after the word Carissa to separate your tag, which is said Carissa, from the rest of your sentence. Practice number 6. My teacher is Mr. Kwan, Michaela said to Arya. He is super nice and funny. Which part of the sentence is the tag? If you said your tag was Michaela said to Arya, you are correct. That is the tag, so you will need a comma after the word Kwan right in front of your end quotation mark. Since there is already a period at the end of Arya, then you are good to go. Practice number 7. Where, Kylie asked Alyssa, did you find my favorite gold necklace? Which part of this is the tag? Your tag is, Kylie asked Alyssa. You will need a comma after the word where and after the word Alyssa to separate the tag, Kylie asked Alyssa, from the rest of your sentence. If you did get 100% on these practice questions, awesome job. If you were a little bit confused or need some practice, you may review this video again to help you understand how to use commas in dialogue. Until next time, have a good day.